All right, so September 13, September 13, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And here we are. Okay, so now we need to get better. We need to get better, is what keeps on going through my mind. We need to get better. The problem is we don't know how. That's all of us. That is all of us. I just listened to the 17-minute real, real from the heart talk by Theo Vaughn. And this guy he's very real. He's authentic. He doesn't sugarcoat. He says what's real. Right. And these are the kind of people that we need to say something. And not that he has the truth, not that he has the solution or anything like that. No. It's to show you that you're not alone. This is everybody. Like, no, right now, everybody has mixed emotions, mixed feelings. Everybody is it can be confused. Some people are celebrating. Some people are happy. Some people are sad. Some people are mourning. And that's where we're at right now. Here's the thing with the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Because we are in 2025, it has reached millions of people, billions. All right, this world is occupied by around 7 billion people. Okay, right? Let's see. How many people are 8 billion? So we're at 8 billion people. We're at 8 billion people. All right. So we're gonna be talking about the whole situation, and here on my channel, I speak from the heart. But even I myself need to be careful of what I say, right? Because you can be offensive. If you're gonna be offensive with the truth. If you're gonna offend somebody, don't offend somebody with a lie, with any disbelief. Don't offend anybody with gossip. Don't offend somebody without you knowing the truth. Okay? If you are going to offend somebody, offend them with the truth. Okay? It's 8 billion people in this world in 2024. And I believe that. So we're going to go through this video that Theo Vaughn put out. And I pray for him. I pray for anybody that comes through my mind, through my attention. I'll pray for them. Maybe you don't even need prayer. You know, maybe you're somebody that doesn't even believe in prayer, but I will pray for you. You just don't know it. You know, the question is, what kind of prayer, right? Everybody has a certain prayer. Prayer is very powerful. All right. So the reason why I want to make a reaction video to Theo Vaughn is because what he's saying is true, but he's still confused. He's lost. He doesn't understand. You're like, well, don't well you understand? Yes, I do. I do. I'm sorry to say that. If you don't agree with that, if you don't believe that, that's on you. But I'm gonna tell you, and look at how it's gonna make sense. Okay, it makes perfect sense. So yeah, this guy, we're the same age, by the way. We're the same age, so I feel him. I feel him. We've lived different lives, right? But we probably have a lot in common. We actually have a lot in common. Everybody has something in common, even if it's one thing. But every single person in the all of us that make up 8 billion people have at least one thing in common, right? And that is a soul. Okay, we'll put a period there. And let's go to the video.
Guys, what's up? Happy September. I was thinking about Charlie Kirk. I've been thinking about him some the past few days, and not even just thinking about him, just feeling the heaviness of the assassination, of the murder. Just how everybody saw it and how severe it was. And it left me, obviously it's horrific and it's hard.
Okay. So now on the video. Now you got to understand that this ain't the first time that this happened. It's happened thousands of times. Thousands in public. Somebody getting murdered in public. Okay? The only difference now is that, like I said, we're in 2025. We're in 2025. We even have AI. Our technology is so advanced. Everybody has a camera. Not everybody had a camera when JFK was assassinated. Not everybody had a camera when Martin Luther King was assassinated. Not everybody had a camera when Abraham Lincoln, so on and so on. Other people that were assassinated in public. The reason I named these people is because they're well known to everybody. But you probably know somebody that I didn't name that was assassinated in public. But those times are different. Now everybody has a camera. You can capture that moment in different angles, in different views. That assassination, that right there is huge. Huge because of how many recordings are out there. Now everybody, so not just anybody saw the assassination of JFK, right? Only the people there. And even some people that were there didn't see it. Now millions, billions are seeing it. Okay? So now that kind of feeling and emotion is spiritual. When we feel an emotion, it pushes out a spirit spiritually. It's contagious. You feel it. You've heard that, right? You've heard somebody say, like, man, I felt that. It's spiritual. Everything is spiritual. It's been like that since day one. And I'm talking about day one where Adam and Eve, day one, right? So that's why this is happening. So now we have social media to this level, right? In the Bible, it says that knowledge will increase. Daniel 12:4. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Technology increasing like this, knowledge increasing like this, is part of the end times. Okay. So there you go, Theo. That's why.
Heartbreaking. And I didn't know Charlie. I know we had different views on a lot of things. I wasn't in his world a lot. But I admired that he was brave. He went out and had conversations he kind of like he tweeted with his feet. He went instead of just yelling from a desk or something, or like most podcasters, we're sitting in a room saying stuff and then putting it out. He went out into the world, and I really admired that. I do admire it. And it just left me feeling so like just kind of broken. A part of me, I don't even know what part of me feels kind of broken.
All right. So the reason you feel broken is because your peace is gone. Yeah, your peace is gone, man. Right? Love, joy, peace. Let me show you something. The peace I give. There's two types of peace. When you would go to, let me see. Ooh. The peace I give. It's around in one of the Gospels, I think. Yeah. It says, peace I leave with you. This is Jesus speaking. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. That's the kind of peace that we need to have. Right? That's the kind of peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds through Christ Jesus.
And I don't know if it's about, that it's because someone is sharing their point of views, or that someone's, that free speech is getting gunned down, or if, I don't know exactly why it feels like it affected me so much. Of course, that sort of thing affects you. It happens a lot in the world these days. And I think maybe just the severity of it, how just graphic it seemed and was, Um, I'm sorry, my hair's so it's like I've been helping my buddy. I'm doing playing a character in this haunted house, so we've been practicing. But yeah, there was just something about it. It's just left me scared, first of all. And maybe that's selfish to think that, but it left me scared. Because a lot of people go out and put themselves out in front of the public, and we all do. We do it when we walk down the street. We do it when we take our dog to the dog park. You do it when, if you step on a stage and read a poem or sing a song or anything. And that's kind of, I think that's what it was. It's like, that's supposed to be something that's kind of safe, right?
Yeah. So he's talking about being in public, especially being a public figure. So if he's in a different arena, all right. We're all in different platforms. We're all in different arenas. He's in his own arena, which involves many to be there watching. He has a lot of eyeballs on him. Millions of eyeballs on him. Not everybody can say that. There's some people out there that only have not even 1,000, not even 100 eyeballs on them. But there's people that have millions, billions of eyeballs on them. So the more eyeballs, the more risk. Why? Why? Why is that a risk? What if all these eyeballs are good people? They're decent people. They're not murderers because of this. In Jeremiah, hope it comes up. We understand that the heart, all of our hearts, is deceitful. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Who knows this? Even you might not know how desperately wicked your heart is. Even you might not know it. The scripture says, I, the Lord, search the heart, I test the mind, even to give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his doings. That's why.
To be able to have a voice, to say something. And whether people may agree with it or not. I didn't know Charlie. I'd never gotten to meet him. I didn't know. I know we had different beliefs on some things. I didn't know a lot of his stuff, you know. But, excuse me. But I did admire that he was brave. That he showed up to have conversations. And it just like that it was such a final and sick and distant thing. It was from so far away. And maybe that's it, that somebody so far away can shut you down without ever having even like looked at you in the eyes or in person or shaking your hand or anything. I don't know.
So that's where we're at. Does this change the world? Yes, it does. It does change the world. It changes everybody's minds. This this influence changes everybody's mind. So everything, it was called the turning point for a reason, huh? Because Charlie Kirk had his whole event was called Turning Point USA. And the thing with all this, like I said, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Assassinations have happened, but because we have social media and everybody has a camera, it has been now. It's now available to billions of people, compared to the JFK assassination, which was in 1963. You see that? So this happened in public. He was in a parade. Look at, but because you see the people around without a camera, not everybody got to see it. But now everybody sees these things. So 1963, that puts us as at what, 60 years, around, give or take 60 years ago. That's 60 years ago, and now we have the Charlie Kirk assassination with millions, billions of people being able to witness it, which is not healthy. It's not healthy. We're not meant to see that. Yeah, so this does change a lot of people's mentality. This is like some of the latest news right now. Erica Kirk, that's his wife, widow now. Horrible. Erica Kirk delivers moving tribute to husband Charlie. I will never let your legacy die. Yeah. Erica Kirk addresses husband's shooter, the fire that you have ignited. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you something about God. And we know. Oh, what's going on? Oh. Oh, man, I hope I didn't cover it for that long. Um, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Better believe that. People are losing jobs due to social media posts about Charlie Kirk. Wow. What if this is a turning point? Yeah, I believe it. People are losing jobs because of a Charlie Kirk post. Erica Kirk delivers moving tribute to husband. Okay, Charlie Kirk's widow says turning point will carry on after assassination of her husband. Erica addresses the to the shooter the fire that you have ignited. A professor on Charlie Kirk's watch list reflects on Kirk's death. He gave me confidence, and I quote, how Charlie Kirk connected with young men. Um, the thing with all this, it doesn't matter what it is that he was saying. It just doesn't matter. What matters is that he had the courage to go and speak of it in public, in a public event, in a debate platform. That takes a lot of courage. I'm pretty sure he knew he was risking his life, but that's as far as he was going to make a change. Turning points, donors, and allies recommit to the group after Charlie Kirk's death. Wow. Yeah, and at the end of the day, the truth will prevail. At the end of the day, the truth will prevail. And that's it. And that's that. You can kill somebody, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The truth will prevail. Whatever, if, and it can be anybody. It does. I'm not just talking about just Charlie. It can be anybody. But if that somebody is spreading a lie, it will not prevail. Only the truth will prevail. And that's that. Mark my words. If you guys like these videos, just honest, uncut, unbiased, opinion or my beliefs, let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, be safe. Bye bye.